Hey guys, this is Matt for Creative. Today we're here at the New York International Auto Show. It's 2023. It's ugly, it's raining outside, but in here, this is exactly where I want to be. So we're going to start with doing a full tour of the entire level 3. If you can see there, level 3, that's where all like the showcasing is. If you want to go to level 1, at least for us, then you can do like some test tracks. You can get a little bit more into things. But I think the best case, and this is what you guys all want to see, we're going to start here with Toyota. And again, this is going to be the quick walkthrough. We're going to be doing like pointed as many cars as I can possibly do, individual videos. But for this is just going to be one long look. And for me, this is somebody who's been outside of the automotive industry really for the last few years. I've attended the International Auto Show, but I was really in the industry for maybe about 10 years prior to this. After I moved to New York, I kind of just got away from things. I have an electric bike, I have regular bikes, I take the subway, I never take the bus. But it's changed the way that I've kind of like begun using just transportation. I've been wanting to get back in, oh, is that a Nintendo Switch? Oh, that's a Nintendo Switch Toyota, that's insane. I've been wanting to get a car. I of course want the Ford Bronco. Waitlist on that thing is like so long, that's just not gonna happen. But wow. So you know the new Mario movie's coming out. Switch is always popular. Probably gonna be a new Switch soon. But look at the color palette on this. Oh, you can play in the back too. I don't know if you can see that there through the tinted window, but that is pretty sick. So I know that there's going to be a lot of presentations. I have missed the first few. I've missed the breakfast. Right now, maybe it's about 10 or 11 right now. But this is more, again, about a walkthrough, a complete walkthrough. It's as if you were here as a media person or just as somebody casually walking around on the days that the public are allowed to come here, which is, I think, on the... Let's see, 5th and 6th is media days, 7th and 8th is for public, and I think the weekend. So if you're in New York City, you get here on the 7th, you get here on the 8th, and you'll be able to see a lot of the same things I'm looking at here. So we've gone and just touched quickly on Toyota. Again, I've seen things that I haven't seen before, and it's just because I've been completely out of things. Next, we are here in Lexus. And what I really hope is that the color, the lines, the impeccable lighting on these cards kind of reads through in the camera, because this is why I'm here. You can see cars on the street everywhere. You can see things that have been driven hundreds of miles, thousands of miles, but you can't quite see them when they're perfect, polished, and not a render, but something truly in real life. And I remember last year, this may have been a Ford only thing, but the color palette was disgusting, was terrible. It was like this kind of not overly shiny, very light gray with some brown in it. This color, I love this one more than, what color would this be? I don't see the sticker, so I have to walk around. Anyway, last year's color palette was one of the worst that I've ever seen, but already I can see this one's just doing a better job. This is Lexus. So this is going to kind of go to elegance, kind of go... Oh, another one I like over there, this kind of dark green, forest green. Growing up, I had a Ford Explorer with this kind of color palette, and something like this, it always speaks to me, because I'm from Virginia, the suburbs of Northern Virginia, and you can kind of just... You can navigate around the state in something like this. This kind of like lighter gunmetal, that's another beautiful, beautiful color too. I'm okay, I'm indifferent. I don't like the two-tone, but I'm a little bit indifferent about the light blue in a car. I think for me, just like, you can even see right now, my color palette is just black, and then I have gray shoes on. That's kind of what I go for. Maybe during the summer, I kind of add some color to some kind of accessory or an accent like my shoe. But for me, I like what I like. And Let's see. What do I like here so far? I like that one, not that one, that one. I like that green. White, I will always stay away from just because it does not work. When you actually drive a car every day, having to clean something, it's just not going to be working out for me. But okay, it is a good way to show off the lines, show off everything about the car without having somebody just to explain it for you. Is this? This is BMW. Wait, is that all BMW is? BMW is a 3 cars, unless there's more on the other side. No big showcase sign. And this is something I just have to comment on. I was at auto shows for years. Last year was kind of a quiet year, honestly. And I must be missing it, because maybe there is another section of BMW with Porsche, but this is a tiny display in my opinion. And by the way, I did say that I hated the color palette from Ford last year, but this kind of shares it, and in a way it's lighter, but I don't know, the lines of this work better. It's almost like this kind of like charcoal sketch of a car. It's a little off-white, it's a little bit dirty, but it's impeccably clean, as you can see. Maybe there is a right way to do that color palette. Again, I did not like when Ford did that, but something about that just works for me this time. Let's see here. You know what? When a car, at least for me, clothing can be all black, and it just works for me because you can see the way that things kind of wear on a person. For some reason, when you get an all-black car as dark as this one, it just doesn't work as compared to like a gunmetal color. Gunmetal can catch light, you can see everything. For this, I am not seeing too many angles on this car already, and this may be kind of telling. I think I like a more angular car. I'm not a fan of something that just kind of swoops and flows into itself. Not really working for me here. And you can even see this one has a little bit of a glimmer, a shimmer to it. This one is just a pure, not matte black, but glossy black that kind of loses the details. And I think when you're trying to showcase a car, you want to see those details. Just a thought. All right, as we again, I really hope there has got to be more for BMW, unless that's an embarrassing showing. Well, let's see. Let's go to Genesis. Let's kind of walk around, and we'll go kind of snake our way back through. Genesis C, a beautiful red, showing the swoops of a swoopy car. Again, not an angular car, but it is showing the details of it, and I think that does it really well. Next, a color that I personally wouldn't choose myself, but with the grille, with just, I think this works here as a showcase car. Again, well, it's a white, shimmery, iridescent, wow. I want this to kind of get, yeah, you can see it now. Look at the shimmery, iridescent white that they chose for this. That's a beautiful color. I'm not into shoes, but I have a pair of Air Force Ones that have black and white on it, but the white is a very similar kind of white matte with this kind of shimmer to it. Wow, as a showcase for this car, I really think they did a great job. This is something that's going to be probably key to this entire video, and people, you can come back to it. I don't even know where we are right now. We are at the 9-minute mark, and I think they did a great job with this color combination. And again, this is why you come to an auto show. You come to show things off. How does this look on camera? I think, yes, that looks really good. All right, so let's see what they do here. Is this, for a second I was like, is this Aston Martin? No, it's the Genesis logo, which is always going to be very similar in my eyes. But let's see. This is what they want people to be looking at here. The color is beautiful. If I got something like a very sporty car like this, I would be getting this type of color. Look at that backdrop. Look at everybody looking at it. This is what people want to be looking at, and I really like this. Beauty of a car, explanation of the innards of the same car, a different car, a rechargeable car. Tiny little front trunk. And a color that is just completely uninteresting to me. But again, I have to go outside of that. It's a showcase color. It's not about me. But look at this. Look at the LED accents on the side. That is beautiful. I want to not get in these people's way. That guy's touching the car. That's cool. But this is beautiful. This is how you showcase a car. You just need kind of like wide, what is this? It's not warm, it's not cool, it's just color balanced with a nice backdrop. I think they did a great job. I want to see the back of this car because I didn't get to see it. I think this is like one of the best balances. Okay, so this is the GV80 Coupe concept. Oh, it's a concept. It's not coming out for a little bit at least. But the back, the way it swoops, it does have enough angles to satisfy me. I'm happy. I'm happy with this one. But again, I'm sorry. We'll have a whole separate video on this. We'll come back to it. In the meantime, let's just go and touch on the GV70. So prototype, beautiful orange car. Oh my god. All right. Let's see what the version that we can actually purchase. It's an electrified car. Let's see the front to the other front. Grille is very similar. It's those LED accents. Those LED accents are one of the key differences here. This is very much like something that I could see my parents driving, something I could see out on the road. That concept over there, I like those. I don't know, what is it? Whenever I see details like this in a car, I think of like bed sheets. I think the ruffles in a bed sheet, those fine little details that you can see. And for me personally, I'm not a fan. But the angular details of the concept on the other side, that is something that I always like. You can even see with this one here. This one's a little bit more sport utility. It's more angular than the concept that we have over there, I believe. And you can see that has actual gigantic LED accents. This has an accent here, not an LED accent, which could be on, could be a reflector as well, but it does have an accent here. And again, a nice shimmery white as a showcase color. This is the GV80. So wait, this is the GV80, and that's the GV80 Coupe concept. Ah, it's the Coupe concept. And again, if you're here, oh look, here we have a car coming. Oh, this is the color palette that I'm not a fan of. This kind of like Tron looking. All right, what do you guys think of this? Okay, we're in really cool lighting right now, but what do you guys think of this color and this car? In all honesty, and I want to be as honest as I can, just because I'm not in the auto industry, and this is just me seeing that as a casual fan, that looks like a cross between a smushed Porsche and an old VW Beetle. Not something that I'm looking at. And that front end was completely just, it looked uninteresting, a little bit bulbous, and then cut off. Not something that personally I'm a fan of. But already, this area, I believe last year was kind of kept for like the showcase of the best cars of the year. It was a very empty area. This track was actually gigantic wrapped around here. So at the very beginning, they're utilizing more of the space up here. It is not as spaced out as last year, which is great. By the way, we're at Hyundai right now, and there's that color again. There's that color. This one, this one shimmers in the light, which is a little bit different than what I saw on that end. Can you see that? Does that catch in the camera? That's different. The way that it shimmers, I'm a fan of. But the way of this car, it is trying to be a Porsche. This is the iconic 6. Squish. Also, what is it? The Mercedes C-Class? I'm sure you can see these kind of notes in here too. Hey, I'm trying. I'm reaching for everything in the memory banks back there and seeing what kind of sticks. Let's see. You know what? In comparison to these two, I like the darker, even though again, the color palette is not something for me. All right, do we have something that's matte? I think we have something that's matte. I'm not going to touch it because I'm not one of those people. No, actually, that's a shimmer. That's a shimmer. Wait, is it? This is something that looks and reminds me of just like army wear. This is different. And this is what you have to do when you showcase cars. You can't put everything in something like this.
Sorry.
But you can put something like that. It's very angular. It's very small. Which one is this, by the way? This is the iconic 5. Hyundai Hope on Wheels, helping kids fight cancer. Always a good cause. All right. So we are walking now to the all-new 24 Kona Electric from Hyundai. That color is extremely eye-catching. That color is... Alright, you can see in the background, red, traditional, this is how you get eyes on it. But this is what really interests me the most, is when you do something different, as they did with the matte white, and the cowboy even likes it here too. All right, so we're gonna go and check out the iconic 5 again. Wait. Oh, this is the Disney 100 Platinum concept. All right, so this is gonna be a little different, and what makes this Disney? Is it the LEDs on the back here? That could be it. Let's see. All right, Hyundai is proud to be a part of Disney's 100th anniversary celebration. Okay, so it's the LEDs in the front and the back. They kind of showcase it in like a dreamy, whimsical, kind of maybe even Star Wars looking way. All right, so let's go to the next one. Okay, we're still in Hyundai. Hyundai is a gigantic area. I've kind of gotten lost in all that Hyundai is. We're getting to kind of the CUVs again. And these are cars that you can see, and again, if I'm saying this right on, you can see these kind of cars anywhere. What I'm really looking for in this big showcase are the things that really, really catch my eye. CUVs, there's nothing new about them. Some are bigger, some are smaller, some are bigger, and that's really it, not much. By the way, as recent news, did you know that E3 as a conference to the public and private, it's done. And that kind of led me to believe, if this show was like last year's show, I was like, are auto shows also going to come to an end? But you know what? I think there is a difference. Driving a car, not this one, driving a car and experiencing things in real life, not renders, I think they do really well for people like me. I really love sitting in the cars. Oh, by the way, we are in Honda right now. I love just putting my hands on these cars. There's that color again. It's not 2022, and it's also not this color. Come on, guys. I would say stay away from this if you are showcasing a car. It kind of looks like you forgot to paint the car, in all honesty. But what I was saying is, cars are physical. That's something you have to get into. You go to a dealership to buy a car, even if maybe you now do it online part of the time. That color is different from that color, and I don't like either of them. But I think this show is going to last because, first, this one takes place in New York. So if you were a representative from Honda or Ford or Porsche, you get to meet other people in the industry. You get to pick at people's heads. And I really think that the show itself is an afterthought. You get people like me from different media sources looking at these cars, and then you as a viewer get to see these cars through my videos. You don't get to touch anything. You don't get to, you don't get to do the same things that I do unless you happen to be here on the public days. But I really think these conventions are very important to meet people in real life. And from being in business and taking a lot of Zoom calls, a lot of phone calls, meeting somebody in person is how you can get your point across. It's how you can actually get things done, because you can tug on people's heartstrings. You can make them see something different. You can take them to a place, especially if you live in New York like me, that convinces them that you are the right person to handle like an operation that's needed, or handle a project that needs to just be created, or I have to say, seeing things in real life, it really does make a difference. So I hope that some things like this continue, if not for seeing the cars, but for just speaking to people in the industry, other media like myself, or the people who actually create these concepts, these cars, everything like this. All right, so we are in Kia, and this is the all new Kia EV9, a bright blue, boxy little SUV, which everybody seems to be a fan of right now. Another iconic color. This one's eye-catching. I think they did a great job with this, because you can even see the one in the back, just plain silver. I'm completely uninterested if that is a different model, if that's the same one. For me, it doesn't even matter. I like this one. They did a nice showcase, but nothing's gonna beat that showcase from Genesis. Genesis with their, was it GV80 coupe concept? That is something that's just like, when I go back there with my camera and I take photos of it and I take short form video of it, that's something that's going to really work out well on Instagram, TikTok, and as a thumbnail on YouTube. And then of course it'll get views on it, and then of course that'll lead for more interest in that, and maybe that will make a concept into a reality. I'd like to see that. And you know what? I really have to comment on the way that they showcase things. You only have so much space, and you show off the cars that you can find anywhere. The Sorrento, I can't even see that one over there, the Celos. But then you have these key cars. You have to make sure that the backdrop works. For the people like myself who are going to be recording this and sharing this on Instagram, sharing this on TikTok, and getting people interested in actually buying your car. Because for me, most of the advertisements that I see, and I'm in my 30s, most of the advertisements that I see are on Instagram, and that is just getting bombarded over and over and over with them. It's why I kind of will be gravitating to the brands that interest me, because I see them all the time. And these are the platforms that people really look at. So you have to make sure this is lighting that you can see it, you can see all the angles, but it's not inventive. It's not really like something that's going to be different from many others here. Things need to be a little bit different. I'm sorry, I'm about to sneeze. It's not coming. And don't forget, guys, this is just a walkthrough video. We're going to be stopping, we're going to be doing a longer showcase on each car, as long as my voice holds out. And I forget if Kia's having their presentation now or if it just ended. It possibly just ended. Well, let's see exactly what this one's about here. All right, so we have looked at Kia. I think we missed Jeep, which is in the center here. Toyota, we're back to where we were, a little bit further in, looking at the trucks. But let's take a look at Fiat since we are here. And Fiat's all the way in the back. Alfa Romeo. Those cars were always incredibly interesting looking to me. And the same, this is a Fiat, what is this one? Fiat, what is this one? All right, this is exactly what I'm talking about. To a point, the color is eye-catching. The little oddities on the rear view mirrors are eye-catching. This should have been a lighter shade of purple. This kind of royal purple is one of my favorite colors, just personally. But it's a little bit too dark to show the details in the car. We all know what a Fiat looks like. It's like a little ladybug. It's a bubble. This is the cartel, funny. But having a lighter shade would allow me to see more details and also more pointed lighting. This has got to be the most generic lighting that you can possibly get at an auto show. And that's unfortunate, and that's all they have to work with. But for me, if you know, oh wow, I thought I knocked off my mic. If you know that this is the lighting that you have, I really think you have to bring a different color. Let's see if those accents kind of, see look, this is working. Because out of a hour video, I'm probably gonna be lingering on this and other cars like this for longer. All right, I have to make sure that we go back to Jeep, but right now we are with Chrysler, which I didn't remember existed. Honestly. Wait, I honest to God thought that Chrysler didn't exist anymore. Not to be rude to anybody who's part of this company. I don't know what car this is. Airflow? I'm hoping that's it because there's nothing in the back here. This is another Chrysler. It's a van. Something I'm not really interested in. All right, so this is the Camaro, right? Am I mixing up my cars? This is a new NEU version of the Camaro. And is that an LED strip or is that painted gray? That's the painted gray. That's my least favorite color there. But this, all right, this is the very first time that I've seen this. What are we feeling about this? What's happening here? The problem with having other people who are walking around and being creators is it's okay if we get in each other's shot. Just don't be weird about it. That ruins the shot. All right, let's go back into this. What do we think about the body in itself? This is a gigantic boat of a car. I really don't know what to think about this. What do you got? All right, this is one of these things where you have to comment. You have to let me know what you think because I'm absorbing this in real time for the first time ever in my life. I didn't know that there's going to be a new version of this at all. It's just not something that I've been paying attention about. I feel like it's not angular enough. I feel like it's a little bit too swoopy on the side. The front and back is trying to emulate from like the 2000s, but just something about this is a little bit too smooth for me. I don't know. We're gonna have to come back to this. We're gonna make our own separate video on this. I won't linger too long. But again, when something is eye-catching, what the hell is that? Oh, I thought that was a car. That's not a car. What is this? Hornet R. Okay, this is just another Dodge. Great color choice. Beautiful color choice. Not something I'd ever buy, but as a showcasing color, that is what you want to see. Do have to have brighter lights on this. Brighter lights would help out so much. Is that a concept and this is the real thing? Am I so out of this that I'm getting lost? Let's see. Challenger, it's the Challenger. Why was I thinking Camaro? Because I'm bad at my job. Chevy Camaro, no. This is the Dodge Challenger SRT Demon. This is what I remember. And honestly, this kind of styling's getting old. They need to change this. And if that's what it's gonna be, the back looks like a Lincoln with that one big long strip, and it looks way too smooth on the sides. It's not working for me, not yet, but wow. Okay, before we go into Subaru, I want to quickly scan these trucks and then look at these things. If you're a doomsday prepper, if you live maybe in Southern Virginia as opposed to Northern Virginia, oh, this concept is locked, so I can't get inside. Look at this monstrosity of a car that you could probably plow through an entire home in. It is ready for literally everything. And as you know, I'm a fan of all black, all gray, very muted, but look at this. The styling of this old style Toyota Land Cruiser, that speaks to me. It's something that I would love to purchase myself. I'd love to get an old truck. Not a redone, refinished, refurbished truck, a garbage old truck with rust, with this kind of styling. I want to drive that in New York. I would love to do this. Now, of course, this is painted to look this way, but it's nice. It looks like it's been through something. And let's see, this is the SEMA concept again. We're going to be coming back and making a little short video on this, but all right, Patriot Campers FJ49. Man, look at this thing. This is one of those that I would get this because I'd be getting a brand new beautiful truck with the styling of something old that I could never have been like a part of. And again, I want to get a crappy looking truck and just drive it around New York. That would be something because hey, nothing would ever happen to it because it's an old crappy truck. All right, so this is very similar to what we saw last year with this beautiful floor. I think they do an amazing job with this kind of interactive floor that kind of flows into it. Can you see this gigantic? Oh my God, I love this. They did a great job last year. They're doing a great job this year. And part of me was like, hey, just try something new, but if it works this well, you're not going to do anything else new. I wouldn't do anything else new. I like it. And also, by the way, as I'm walking here and this is moving, I'm getting a little bit motion sick. And I'm like, what's happening? Because this shouldn't be moving. Wait, let's see. I kind of feel like I shouldn't be moving. Something's weird about this. And imagine stepping on this as it's moving. The best looking area in all of New York. I think they did an amazing looking job. And let's see. We have our little prototype vehicle of the cross type. That's good. All right, so let's see. I don't think they did much to change. I think that this is still great looking. And unless another company does something different, then yeah, that's just going to be the best part of everything here. All right, so we are again in Subaru. Can you hear that too? I have headphones in right now, but you can hear the environment. That is something incredible. I really like that. I think that's somebody I knew. Huh. Anyway, we still have to look at Jeep. We still have to look at a lot of different things here. But let's go on the other side because I know Ford is over there. I know we still have a downstairs to look at. I hope this battery just doesn't die and just keeps things going here. But let's look. I just have to look at this again. The outlook on this is incredible. Just look at the scope. All right, that This is something good. We have to come back to this. We have to do its own little video again for 2023. All right, this is one of the cars that, although the lighting in here with the white ceilings is something that kind of takes me out of this gigantic scope. Would I ever get this? No, but do I want it? Yes. Man, just look at this thing. You can see the headlights. You can see the little, what are these called? Daytime running lights, I guess. But look how aggressive this Lamborghini looks. I know that they're getting a little bit swoopy. They've been angular in the past, but really, what they did with this is beautiful. I don't even know what kind of car this is right now, but I think it is a beautiful looking, color-wise, with the accessories added on the side. That is a beautiful looking car. And then let's go back to the kind of car that you can see at a dealership. It's nice. It still has that Lamborghini aggression, but it's not something. What do you guys like better? Something like that? Something like this? For me, the other one, over there. Should we go up this way? In fact, I think it's going to be pretty short. There's not much. There's just one car. We're going to go back and do our own separate video on this. Let's continue because we've already been doing this for about 40 minutes. I need a water. I need to rehydrate. I need to take off this hoodie because it's getting warm. All right, so right now we are in Chevy's area. Chevy, what can I say about Chevy? Chevy is a car manufacturer from America. For me, and I really don't want to make any offense, but it is one of the least interesting to me personally of anything out here. It's just something that doesn't resonate with me. Like, this is one of the new cars that they're showcasing. Remember the angular lighting that we had over there? Remember that beautiful look on the Genesis? And then this is how you showcase, again, a track's like a sport utility kind of vehicle concept. Like, it's different. The way that they showcase this is different than the other. In fact, what's the other one over there? The Silverado? La Primera Silverado? Which is not what's in front of it. Oh, this is the... Are they trying to be funny? This is the Qnox. Did the Eve... Oh my god. Because the background is blue, I couldn't even see that was an Equinox. Wait. Is it? Yeah, get it? It's an Equinox, but it's blue, so it looks like a Qnox. I thought that they made a small version of the Equinox, and I forgot what the Equinox actually was. We get it. Electricity has this blue concept. But it's something I've seen for years. It's something that it's not working out for me. Again, you're getting colors that are supposed to showcase the car, but blue is something that has been overly done. EVs, blue, it's a little bit too, like, again, it's been there for years. Let's see. Giant truck. Not really much going on. Let's see if we can actually get something that pulls me in, that works. All right, this is the Corvette E-Ray, an electronic vehicle, as everything is right now, and everything should be right now. What's new about this? I saw a Corvette on the streets of New York. It was in blue. I was biking past it. It looks good. And you know what? I remember when I was selling these, I always thought Corvettes are somebody who wants to reach to that supercar who cannot afford the supercar. But you know what? The styling on the Corvettes right now, I think it is not bad. I think it works. when you compare a Corvette to a Lambo to a Ferrari in New York City, it's something that you're seeing really quickly as it speeds by, or it's parked and you're walking by quickly. They all kind of mix in together in if you have to, oh, here we go. Sorry, I got distracted. This is the what the Mustang E. Look at that color. Look at that color. I would like that to be a little bit brighter, but it looks nice. And my hand is cramping. It looks nice. Oh. I think this is one of those things. There we go. Okay, that's got to be fun. Ford is the other American manufacturer that I kind of grew up with. Or maybe it's three of them. Ford, Dodge, and Chevrolet. As I was actually using these cars, I had a Ford growing up, a Ford Explorer. It wasn't anything special. It was a family, basically the new version of the family van. And that's just kind of what it was. But what Ford is doing now with the Bronco and other similar cars, they may be the most interesting American manufacturer right now. The trucks, I don't care about them. I couldn't care less about a giant truck, especially living in New York City. It just doesn't work for me. Vans, I mean, they have the utility. That's just what it is. All of this, we may do another video on it, but it's something completely uninteresting to me. But then there are the new variations, the new electronic vehicles. And where is the Bronco? Where is my Bronco? I mean, they probably don't even need to have a Bronco here because they keep on outselling what they have. All right, so what we have here is the Mustang Mach-E. This is something that's been available for a while now, but it's the little car that we saw shooting off there. What do you guys think of that? I know it's been out for a while. I know that me personally, I'm not going to dealerships as much as I used to, so it's something that I don't see. But you know what's catching my eye over here? Is the E-Mach with this kind of matte wrap. And what's this, by Red Bull? I like this. I like a matte color that kind of like brightens things up. I think this is a good rally. Oh, what is this? Is this, wait, oh, this is a new Mustang. All right. Instantly, because again, I'm going off what feels, where I'm gonna, Nissan makes a car that has a very similar rear portion. Why skimming? Anyway, Nissan has something that reminds me, some part of it. Is it the, oh God, what is that? I can't even remember. The Jeep? Okay, we'll look back at this later on. But I'm seeing where they got their notes from. For me, first time looking at it, this back end looks like a separate car from this end. This looks overly rounded on the front. It should swoop down a little bit. It's a little bit boxy and it's like, it should be this, but it kind of just stops short like that. I'm not really sure why. Again, I don't know what's wrong with people here. But let's get back to the train of thought. What do we think about this new car? What do you think about the color? Color should have been lighter. Definitely should have been lighter because you're trying to catch every single detail and it's a little bit too swoopy on the front. I want to look at the back. We're going to go look at the back here. It looks like it almost has a pinched LED rear. Front stops abruptly. I don't know what to think about this. I'm kind of used to, well, actually, I thought that the Mustang was going to adopt more of like this swoopy nature to what that E-Mach would have been, is currently. Something is different about this. Okay, This may just be because I'm standing next to it right here. What can we say about this in comparison to what we have here? Boxy. A little bit more aggressive and swoopy. This is kind of where I think they should have gone more into. And again, you've heard that I don't like swoopy in nature. I know I'm going to use that word a lot, but I like more angular things. That's not the right kind of angular that I was looking for. It looks like when I see things that look like this, it's just a little bit too... What's the word? It's a little bit too much like they couldn't take the time to find the details in this. More on that later again. Oh look, free stuff. What's this?
I think that for display only, this is for marquee magic, to learn about marquee magic.
Okay, so this is not going to be rude. That's pointless as hell. If you want free cards, go to Target, I guess, but no point in that whatsoever. What is this? Oh, it's the EMOC again. If you want to buy some Ford stuff, this is the place to do it. Oh, there's my Explorer. The new version of my Explorer in a nice red. Again, it's the family minivan. That's just what it is right now. It's something, for me, I could personally never get again, just because it's too big. It's just, it wouldn't work in the city, but oh, here we go. Look at it. Oh man, it's the Bronco. It's the Bronco. All right, first of all, love this one. Always hated, which one is this? I forget which one this is. Yeah, the Bronco Sport. The Bronco Sport was always just like a fake Bronco to me. This and this, you can see it's a little bit more, it's less angular than that. Man, that looks so good. Look at that. I don't surf and I want a surfboard. I bike, I could put the bike on the back there. That's a beautiful looking car, but let's go and see the one that they're showcasing here. I would take the doors off in a second. This is a beautiful look. All right, the guy's gone, thank God. All right, let's take a look. Can I even get something like this? Is the waiting list still like a year, or is it a few months? I'm impatient. I love this so much. And if I could not get this in particular, I know it's a completely different vehicle, but I get like a long form Jeep, because you can get that for like $10,000 probably. But having a new one of these, that would be beautiful. Oh my God, all right. Do you remember when I said that, what was it, Subaru has the best looking showcase? That is because it's a gigantic thing. Look at this here though. It's snowing. Wait, it just stopped snowing. Come on, guys. You saw it snow. You saw it before there. That is a beautiful looking thing. So the E4 Urus Aria. Wait, what? This is, oh, the Nissan Aria. For me, it's an uninteresting looking car, but come on guys, start snowing. I want to see the snow. That would be sick on camera. Nissan Aria again. All right, I believe the last thing we have to go through after walking through Nissan here is Jeep. I missed Jeep. Ooh, all right, look at the GTR. New one. I believe old one over there. Let's see. I've seen this last year. The Nissan Z. I liked this last year. Small, little car. Look at this. Oh, that color too. That almost iridescent purple. That really works. What's this kid doing? Okay, that is sick. We've been doing this for about 50 minutes. I knew this is going to be an hour long. We are almost done, guys. Don't worry. And then you can get back to the little short clips. But we have one more place to go to. I believe one more place, and that's it. And again, this year is more filled than last year. Last year, we had the Bentleys, the Lotuses, all of these were in their own little section. Well, not even little, expanded and like they used up too much space. I think I remember this from last year too. Oh man, my hand is cramping. You know what? I've not been a fan of this color, but with a red accent underneath, that's definitely different. I like that. What was I saying? Oh yeah, this section was over there, and it was much bigger, taking up a lot more space. The track that they had for whatever the car was they had over there was huge. It was very... Oh wait, you know what? One thing I'm either missing or... So Infinity was here last year, and they had this whole kind of like setup where they had an open bar, they had like snacks and food, like they had a whole huge concept here last year. It was about where that was, and I personally don't see it. I think I'm either missing it, but again, that's because I kind of did an entire loop roundabout before going back in. By the way, after this, I'm going to take a nap, I'm going to eat food, I'm going to drink water because I feel like I need a cough, but it's just not coming out. Oh, there's a Prius Prime now. I missed this one. Electrified. Okay, we get it. Everything is electrified. Oh, I'm missing something that's going on here. I'm sorry, Jeep, but what's being announced right now? Freedom is electric. If I have to hear garbage like that again, man. Here's Jeep. All right, what is this? Wait, is this Jeep? Did I miss an announcement from Jeep? Oh, it's a Dodge thing. No, it's a Jeep. I missed a Jeep announcement. That's amazing. I looped around the only thing that I wanted to come back to. That's a great job. Well, I guess.
Please join us for a closer look at our new Jeep lineup.
All right, we're walking through the thick of things and hopefully finding the new Jeep lineup. Excuse me, guys. Excuse me, guys. All right. Thank you for nothing. All right, here we go. The new Rubicon. So take this with a little offense as possible. Rubicon is always going to look the same, and I love it. I love it for that. They're never going to make it too swoopy. They're never going to make it too hard and angular. It just always continues to work. And again, there's the color that I don't like, but still, the body of this car always works for me. Ooh, all right. Look at how wide that cutout is. That's actually something I could go for. And you know what? Like I said, if you get a white car in the city, it'll look terrible. But if you get a white car and you actually use it like this, that's just like, it's showing it off in the right way. Hey, I've been through dirt. I've been through mud. All right, we got this. For me, though, I find the center console completely unnecessary. But I love that. I like Jeep. I want an old Jeep. That's really what I want. I think I'd be happy with that. I can find something like that for like $10,000 or $13,000 here in New York. I can beat the hell out of it and just like enjoy it. But I kind of want to see the other things here. Excuse me, guys. Anytime now. All right. Excuse me. People just freeze up here. I'm hungry. This is why I'm getting an attitude. All right, let's take one more look over here. And what do we think about this one here? If I had to guess, because of the blue accents, this is an E model. Because that's shorthand for electronic vehicle at this point.
I love it too much.
Jeep Wrangler. Oh, the Wrangler. The Wrangler. I would go for that. I'd go for that too. Man, that looks good. And again, this is the showcase color. The showcase color that works. You'd never buy it. Maybe you'd buy it used, but this showcases the car very, very well. Going on 55 minutes now. And as far as I can tell, I didn't miss Infinity. Infinity's just not here. But that's okay. Guys, we're going to be doing a lot more videos. This is just the beginning of things. It's been a lot of walking. I've enjoyed it. This is day 1 of 2 days of just being here. So I'm excited. I needed some water. And again, if I'm missing Infinity, then that's just all on me. But it was over there last year. Anyway, guys, anything, put it in the comments section below. Don't forget I'm on Instagram at M8B9. You can email me at matt8b9@gmail.com. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.